Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another awesome video. Or lecture, doesn't matter how you're gonna say it. We are done with editing the posts. So if we go here, let me just close some of the things. So if we go here, and if we go to the database, we have 2 or 3, I don't know. We have 2 posts at the moment. We can log in, but I don't like, we're gonna change this first part here. Now, also when I go home, it's actually our dashboard, and when I go create posts, I have no idea, or if we go to post only, I have no idea how to go back, right? So my idea is to put something, it's not something that like you can create another link here, but I want this one to put below logout. I just want to put something that can redirect me to the dashboard. And so how we can do this we can do very easily. I'm just going to close everything. So we're going to go to resources, views, and inside that app. Now here I'm just going to zoom out a little bit just to see the whole picture. So we have here, after this form, after the logout form, when this button is clicked, about when we are logging out the users, right? But what we can create here, we have drop down item. So we can create a link here. I'm not gonna specify where to go at the moment, but I'm just gonna put class, and I will say drop down item. And let's here create dashboard or home. Let's put a dashboard like that. Now if I refresh, I will have this dash, but doesn't matter if I click or not, it's not gonna go anywhere because the linking part is not set. So very simple, we can say route. And now if you don't know where to go, again we should visit this part. And where is our home? Here it is. So basically goes to the index, right? So basically what we need to do is just home, and that's pretty much it. I think we are set now. And I need to go to the dash. So if I go create posts, if I go back, if I go view posts, oh, that view is working, by the way. So now I can go to dash. That's cool. So I can go wherever I am, even here. Here I don't have it, but if I go home, I go straight there, and I can redirect to my dashboard. Now that's a little bit trick, so you can link it and you can go to any link you want. But first, you can check the URI and the name here. Very good. Now what we need to do next is that we probably want to show, actually, or we're gonna deal with the delete. It's gonna be very fast. Maybe I'm gonna delete and show in the same lecture. So if I go here, if I go to the view post, delete is not working, but delete is actually very simple. We're just linking with we just gonna create a button there, and that's gonna be from the form, and when we click it, it's gonna go and activate our destroy method here. And that is going to be very simple. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. I'm just going to close this one. We're going to create another view here in the posts. Let's create a new file called show.blade.php, and that one will be empty. So how are we going to do it? Here we should put extends, and the name is our layouts.app. Also what we have is the section, oops, not like that, section B, and that will be content. In here we will say, I'm just going to create a row, and inside that row I will have another class called MD8, just like that. And I'm going to put another class offset-2. So what I'm doing this arrow, meaning that inside this row create another class, another div with the class with these two classes. So you read it like this, and that's what you have it. And I don't know why I have this part. It should be in the row. Okay. Now this is starting div, this is ending div, this is starting, ending for this class. Very good. In here I will have only a post title probably. So I'm just gonna have h1, and I will say post title, and this should automatically close by itself. I don't know why it didn't. Now also let's create another row here. I'm just gonna copy this one, paste it there, and here we'll just put the body. And actually if we visit this one, it will not work because we have not created a view for this. So how are we gonna do this, by the way? Now end section is there, just gonna close it, and if I go to post controller, now there is an interesting part. We need to find a way how to show this one. So in our show method, just gonna close. In our show method, we do have this one, which I'm gonna delete it right now because we don't need this actually. And if you want, you can just comment this like that. But I don't need it. It's a waste of time. That was for when we were explaining how views are, like how we can create views, how we can pass in something. Now I'm just gonna create a post here, and that will be post and find or fail, and I'm gonna say the ID here, and that's gonna be this ID. And so I'm gonna find the post with this ID, for example the post number 7, and I'm just gonna say okay, that will find it. And what I can do, I can say first. So don't go looking at, well, it's gonna search, it's gonna find it anyway, but it's a good idea to show you that you can get the first. So so after that you will see. Now we will say return view and posts show. Now we will say with compact with this one post. Now before doing this, maybe we should start at something a little bit different. So now I don't have any way I can go to the post. Here I can create a view the post, but I don't want to be like that. We can just create another link here saying view, but let's do something here. Let's change this our logic, because our first part here we don't show anything, and this is loading. Why? Because if we open in resources, I'm just gonna close all of this, not resources actually, routes web.php. So open this one, we have this part, this guy here, and basically means our root intro.com is loading this welcome view, and I don't want that one. So I can comment this one. You can leave it like that, but I'm gonna comment it, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna change a couple of things. So why we want to do this? So it's easy. It's like we don't have here. We don't need actually this part. So that's why we are doing that. Now, how we can do, or what we can do, we have our pages controller here. Let me just show you. So we can use that pages controller. In the pages controller, our index is pretty much empty, right? So we can use that pages controller here. So I can say, I can copy this one, and I'm just gonna say, if you go like to the slash, then go to the pages controller index. Now in a pages controller, we would like to create something in our index controller, right? So in the pages controller, what we can do, in our index, we want to return a view first. Return view, and that view, what will be? Let's do, we can create another view, another view called index. We haven't created this one yet, don't worry. And after that, before that actually, we can grab all of the posts like this, equal post all. But now this will not work because here we don't have it post. So we need to import this class. Very good. Now it's there. So what we have done, we grab all the posts. Now we need to pass into the view compact, and we will say posts. Very good. But this view, it's index. See, I don't have any like posts index means that it will not be inside a folder. So our job is to go back to where, I'm just going to close resources, back here in our views. I'm just going to click here, and let's just copy this welcome, paste it here, rename it to index.blade.php. Now in this index.blade.php, what we are going to do is we're going to look through all of these posts, different posts. So in this index.blade, I'm just going to delete everything, and I'm just going to say extends layouts dot app, and this is giving error because I have two @ there. Now section content, and here let's put a div container here, container. Inside that container I will have row, and also I will have justify content to be the center. Now that's very nice. So here what we need to do, we just need to loop through, I'm just going to close this one. We need to loop through all of the posts we are passing to this view, right? And how we can do that is by for each, and we're going to say posts as post, and that's pretty much it. Now here I would like to have a card. I would like to have 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we can do bootstrap card. Instead of typing, I can save your time, and I can save my time as well. And let's put this one here. And here I will create, let's put a call MD4. So I just want 4 cards in that row, and I'm gonna paste it what I've copied from this page. So that's pretty much done. Here I'm just gonna call it the name, post name, title, and here will be post body. Now go somewhere will be view. View. So go somewhere is actually a link. Now this will loop as many times as we have, as many times as we have, like, because we are in a for each loop. So if we have 4 posts, we'll loop 4 times. Now let's just save it, and if I refresh now, here it is. If I refresh, this welcome view is not longer there because I commented, and actually this part here, we still use that part, but I say pages controller index, and that is go to the pages controller index where we are getting all the views, and we are passing this information. Now you will say, but let's Rick, we started creating this post show. That show is going to be for one individual post, but at the moment I have this view here and it's not going anywhere. So what we can do is, if we go back to the index.blade, here it is, the link is not set, but how we can link it? So again, route post.show, and the second parameter, remember, we need to say which ID. We need to link it with the ID, and if we go here, post show requires ID. Now if I refresh, if I hover it, it will say post 7. So if I go there, here it is. Now it's activating our show. It's going, this one will be here, and it's activating our show, and it's called the P. It's there P tags, and yeah, maybe it's a good idea to remove those P tags when we are saving into database. We're gonna do that next lecture probably, but now it's working. Let's see if we go to the new title, and that is not working for some reasons. So let's see. Now this is not working because we have an error. So if you go in a post controller and you see that we are looking the ID, so if you go dump the ID, actual the ID is there, it's working. So if I go here, refresh, if I go to the 7th post, the ID will be 7. If I go to the 8th post number 8, the ID will be 8. But because we are getting this first, so it means that when we are looking for all of the posts, we can grab the first one. But at the moment, and I don't know why I put it there, but at the moment we need just the post that we are getting, the number of the posts that we are passing through here. So sorry about that, my bad. Now let's then dump what we are getting from that post. So we should get now, if I go to the 7 title, if you go to the array, we have 7 title, and there's a body. So if we go to the new title, should be the new title, and that there is the body, right? Now we shouldn't have any problems. So if we go to the next one, it's gonna be new title and body. If you go back, if you go 7, if you go on the post 7, it will load all of the information stored for that post. So that's pretty much it for this lecture. Now you know how to load a particular post here. Also, if you want, for example, in your in your index, where was it? Wait, I'm just gonna close everything now. Oops. So where is our in this index? So remember, there are a lot of index, but inside our posts we actually have the table with the views, right? Now here, why it's not working? So here you can create another table heading means, and say view, and what you can do here above the lid, you can just put a view, and we can just grab this information here, a link, this link, and we can put it that one. So I grabbed the link from the previous index that we just created, from this index here that's outside the posts. So I grabbed the link and I've pasted there in this index from our posts folder. Now we have post show, post ID, very good, and view. Let's see what's happening now. If I go to the dashboard, and if I go to view post, here it is. But now let's change this btn. Let's success. Oops, not this one, actually the second one. And view. Save it. Now if I click the view, it will go to the 7 title. Now if I click, it will be the same basically to the number 8. So that's pretty much it. Now you can view the entire single post even from here, or if you go back to this page, you can view. So there we will try to put more posts in future. So you will see that there can be 4 here, and we can view them from here. Now the next part, we'll be deleting probably the post, so that will be in the next lecture. Thank you very much for following me here, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next lecture. Bye.